Alrighty, yo, what is up, Knights? ExStream here, back with some more ExStream tournament footage. Now, if you guys showed up live to the stream, you guys know what happened. Because the 8 winners were decided, I thought that the stream was over, and thus I ended my own stream. But then I soon found out that they would have another tournament with the final 8 that would determine who would win the Sarah prizes. So the matches you're about to see are Group 1 of 2 groups that make up the final 8. Those classes include a Crusader, Elemental Bomber, a Swordmaster, and finally, a Male Ranger. Enjoy the matches.
It's like my tonsils and stuff, everything hurts.
drink some water.
God damn it. Alright, let me tell everybody I'm going.
So guys, it seems as though our first matchup, I apologize. I'm gonna have to go back and do the footage later on when I go back to editing, but what happened is I ended the stream early because I thought this stream was over. Turns out, we ain't done yet, boys. So we got 8 more people. This is a finalist, so this will be like a separate video. But anyway, guys, our first matchup is going to be against Dr. GG, a Saint, versus a Elemental Bomber, which I will say that this Elemental Bomber has won some really big tournaments, those being hosted by like Super Armor Prime and stuff like that. It was a big tournament that had a ton of showings, and Elemental Bomber, this is like one of the few characters that nobody ever sees into the PvP room, but he proves time and time again how strong this class is. So I'm going to be expecting that now. I don't have much experience, so I apologize for the commentary in advance, but he is fighting against a Saint, which is generally stronger against magic-based classes as it is. So Saint might have the better end of this matchup, but I feel like SSTJ might be able to pull ahead on this. But guys, you see we're zoning off right now. The one thing that you got to watch out for SSTJ is his launch. He's going to be using it really aggressively. Ooh, just punched super hard on that launcher right there. That launcher was too far away, and he just got hit with the entire Ice Blast right there. The launch is what you've got to watch out for, though, because he has a little bit of super armor. It casts really fast, too, and also launches immediately, so it's something he's got to watch out for. But now SSTJ got caught in the launch combo himself, and he's also getting hit with the Revenge of Light. And there's a Paralyzed Bolt. It might connect on it, actually. The explosion actually misses it, so he doesn't get the stun. Hammer of Repentance is in, and that was a massive damage combo on SSTJ right there, which he did not return the favor. So he's going to try to want to hit with the Flame Wheel. That's another one that can also do a lot of damage, and it's like an instant combo. And if he does get any of those off, whether it be the regular launch or anything else, ooh, massive hit with the Elemental Bomb, and now the Electrical Wall, and he's electrocuted, and he's hitting with his own version of the Gravity Squeeze. It does connect, and he actually hit him into the combo right there, and actually did massive damage. He didn't follow up very well with it because he was able to use a quick get up, but playing a zoning game here from SSTJ, which, you know, you usually don't want to do that because he can use Healing Winds, but he can do a lot of damage right there. Another launch combo, and guys, this might be a grab. Another launch. He's purposely trying to keep moving with his combos. He wants to avoid the Revenge of Light coming afterwards. You can see how often it's proccing. Launch, he interrupted the Hammer of Repentance right there with his launch. Look how fast. There's a Flame Wheel, Flame Road right there. Into another Gravity Squeeze. Actually does connect with it, and that's going to be another Rain as well. Elemental Bomb right there into the Flame Wheel, or Flame Road again. And man, massive damage. The Crusader did not have a chance to cast his Revenge of Light again. And that just means that free casting of any skill that he wants. He used the Gravity Squeeze twice, which had a relatively low cooldown. And if you're caught into that little right corner of the tavern, you're going to almost get certainly grabbed into it. You can't really jump out of it. You're just going to get sucked into it. So good match right there from the Elemental Bomber, just showing everybody that even though the matchup really, you know, you would assume is not very good for him, he did not really get punished very hard with the Revenge of Light at all, actually. So something he you know, obviously is aware of, does not stand in one place once he hits him with the magic skill if he has Revenge of Light up, and he's punished him really hard. So guys, it's going to be round 2. I think these are still going to be best of 3 matches, so SSTJ I think 1 match away from actually winning this, but zoning yet again, and he has a lot of range. He can spam these little elemental balls a lot, so you can see right now, oh, do not want to use the launcher right there because now he got hit for counterattack damage as well. He just spammed super hard on top of him right there. Revenge of Light is activated, so now he's got to be more aware about the magic attacks that he used. Oh, use a teleport right there. Wasn't invasive or anything, but teleported past there for increased range. Almost ran up to him and tried to launcher him, but that would have been punished, so luckily that he didn't get too close. Also, what is the deal with his costume right now? Does he connect? He did hit with the lightning wall from across the realm right there. And, ooh, man, a Hammer of Repentance did not do the return damage very much. So, hit with the launch from downtown, hits with the Flame Road, And now, is he going to follow it up with the gravity squeeze? Nope, he's just going to keep the standard combo going. And the flame wheel, again, he's using a quick rebound to try to get up. There's the flame wheel, and he's already hit damage cap, so he wanted to get away from there as soon as possible. But man, that damage is significant. Elemental Bomber is proving he has a lot of standing combos. And electric wall actually hits again. Does not follow up. He got a little bit, tried to avoid the hammer of repentance. He tried to get move a little bit upwards of that. And he's just getting with the basic attack right there. Light of Divinity was able to block the launch, but he's just playing this keep away game. Missed with the gravity squeeze, and now, oh my gosh, he didn't miss at all. Hit with the smasher. Did it actually connect? It did. It did indeed connect. He hit with the smasher, didn't give it enough iframe to get through that attack, but it did grab him, and wasn't a good trade, obviously. And now he's just, is this really happening? He really just got comboed to death from that. Actually, he's not dead yet. Now he is. Now he got rain of ice right there. So, really abusive match. It's not the kind of match that you usually see from SSTJ. He likes using the launch combos. He likes using his flame wheel and the flame road combos, grab combos. But he saw that the opportunity of how slow the Crusader is and his initiations are non-existent almost on the Saint. And he just poked him down. He poked him down, shot so many elemental bombs at him, and that was all it took to win that match. So I believe it is still best of 3. So SSTJ already won his first 2 matches, so that might be the first round, if I'm not mistaken. I will get confirmation here soon, but good match regardless. Okay. Well, guys, looks like we're going to get our next matchup here. Again, I've got to apologize 1,000 times for my voice. It's not as good as it was earlier. But, guys, we're going to get some commentary. Sorry. We're going to get some PvP match already with Snow White, who has proven to be a massive contender here. I think one of the most powerful rangers we've seen so far. But we see initiation by Mercury on his Swordmaster, and just using the dash attack, or sorry, the triple slash into the Ascent, which is basically her version of the Charge Crash, a female Slayer version of Charge Crash, and just instantly combos into that high damage combo right there. Uses a Swift Cut right there into the aerial combo, so now we're seeing the Gold Cross. I'm going to name a lot of male Slayer skills for this female Slayer because they're kind of similar, but we see the Illusion Sword right there. It does miss with the Crescent, but not a really high damage skill right there. The Swift Cut is really doing a lot of work right now as an initiation against Snow White. It can be used at a massive distance, and if it connects, it can be a launch combo almost guaranteed because it's basically like a grab. Okay, we are seeing the Arcane Sword Blast. No follow-up on that. Okay, we do see the 45 and the Crescent. Okay, and the Illusion Sword actually cancels them out, and the freeze from the Katana right there. Oh my gosh, eats a full wild shot counterattack. Actually doesn't actually do that much damage. Another freeze yet again. And we're seeing, gets a windmill launch right now, and now we're getting a barbecue combo. This is going to be some standard stuff. This is actually really a fast matchup right now, and I believe he is also using his autogun, which Snow White was using his cannon earlier. I think, did he switch his weapon? Windmill into the launch, man. Okay, he actually misses with the rising shot, so he doesn't get the full combo. Now he's getting Swift. Oh my gosh. Okay, he got tossing slashed, and that's going to be enough damage. Tossing slash is one of those very efficient, extremely efficient combo ending skills. You often don't want to use it as an initiation, but it does have super armor as a grab. So it's one of those things where you can just use it really freely, and if they're close by, it's going to do the damage. So tossing slash used to win the game right there. And Mercury came out of the gates running there with the triple slash into the Ascent. It was kind of gross. I don't think even Snow White expected. And if you get hit too many times with the Swift Cut, you're just gonna be it's just guaranteed combo after that, right? Because it's more of like it's almost like Phantasmal Slayer except better, I feel like, because it comes out instantly. You don't have to use it in Ghost Step, and if you get it, they kind of get frozen in place, so you can turn around and just use a launch combo and combo it off. So something Mercury is abusing in this matchup. Also getting a lot of freezes, which is not really an RNG thing when you hit so many times with the Ice Sword. So. Alright, so we got another matchup with Mercury. Let's see if we're going to have the same type of matchup. Oh, looks like Snow White did end up switching to the cannon, which I feel like he was doing the most work on. He tries to use an aerial shot and sets up the land runners. Actually used an evasive right there. Actually used a Revenger into launch. Good barbecue right there. Used a Revenger and punish. If you guys didn't know, Female Slayer actually has a similar evasive to the Ranger that kind of works like the Revenger. But anyway, guys, there's a moving shot into the barbecue, finishing off the combo really well. Look at that damage! That's a 60% damage combo right now, and we're seeing the Crescent missing as well. He tries to hit with the wild shot right there, and he's going to take some damage from the right there, the tossing slash, and picking up the OTG combo. And that actually is an OTG combo because he was on the ground when he picked that up. So, but yeah, hitting with the Arcane Sword Blast and hitting like one hit of it. So that was what was able to initiate that combo. So, all right, we're seeing the triple slash right there. Okay, using in Swift Cut, and the Ascent into the Windmill Mock. Actually, hits with the Windmill Rising, doesn't pick the combo back up. Grenade is in, and because the Illusion Slash was in, he didn't actually want to go in there because he would have gotten interrupted, but it doesn't matter because he's hitting that ground combo. Excellent damage right there. And using the Arcane Sword Blast, it looks like on the little robot there, the little Land Runner. But it doesn't matter. Keeping the ground combos going. Actually picked it back up with... Oh my gosh, he did with the stun with the Revenger. Now he uses his own Revenger. Actually gets out of combo. That would have been the game over right there. Crescent into Tossing Slash. Good combo. That's an OTG. That's going to start a combo. Misses with the combo and that didn't get the first hit of that. And Wild Shot for the victory, guys. So, oh my gosh, that was a good match right there. But looks like Snow White has came back in stride, this kind of stride that I was expecting out of him out of the first matches I've seen him using. And I think it's the cannon. It really is the damage because you really got to capitalize on the very few times that you're going to get combos on a class like Female Slayer. Any of the female Slayers can use their evasives to get out of the combo, and so you can't do standing combos in them. You always got to do launch combos. So the times that you do get the launch combos, you got to maximize your damage, like finishing your combo with a Windmill Mock and all that. So let's see if Mercury can come back from this. Snow White and Mercury are 1-1, so let's see who can pull ahead on this. But it does seem like Snow White is using the cannon now, so he's going to be expecting a lot more damage on his few combos that I think he can pick up on it. So we're seeing Ascent going in. Swift Cut misses as well. Best initiations are down right now on the Swordmaster, using the triple slash as well, trying to get into zone right now. Windmill, okay, does he burn the evasive from Mercury, so he doesn't have to worry about that. He can actually do a standing combo if he wants. Not that it's necessary, but if he wants to do it, like with a moving shot combo, he can. Crescent actually misses, not hitting a lot with that. Revenger, and now it's going to be a standing combo. Like I said, into the launch with the Rising Shot. Barbecue is going to be coming almost certainly at the end of this. Okay, not even. He didn't even need it. He's just going to do the basic attack, and now he's using the moving shot, and the damage is significant now. The finishing with the Barbecue. Windmill Mock at the end. No, doesn't even risk it. Just runs away, starts throwing the Death Hawk. So, kind of a decisive combo right there where he knew that he burned all of his evasive, so he was safe to do stuff like that. Usually if you know that they have their evasive, you don't want to do any kind of standing combo, but got a little bit of damage before he launched, and that's all it took. So using the moving multiple headshot, gets a launch with the Rising Shot, and guys, this might be game if he finishes this combo really well right now. He switched it over to the Silver Bullets, and now he's using a moving shot yet again. And another Rising Shot. He hasn't hit damage cap yet, and he's about to after this Barbecue, and he can Windmill Mock. Windmill Mock, not enough. Okay, so he needs at least a little bit more damage. I'm talking like, you know, Death Hawk kind of damage, just barely any kind of hits, and this might be game. Gets a freeze, tries to use a Revenger, gets canceled out of it. Was not enough super armor to cancel out of it. Now it's basic attack combo, and misses with the jump attack into Windmill. Actually connects with the Mock. Literally, one bullet will win this game, but he is in combo right now. This is kind of the trouble right now. Can you get that one extra hit? You need anything. Windmill, and he gets it with a Death Hawk. I did mention that. I called that the Death Hawk was all you needed right there. And where'd he go? He just disconnected right at the last second. But we got to give him the victory. Almost certainly he deserved that victory, but he like crashed at the end of that. But Death Hawk, I called it, right? Death Hawk secures victory. So looks like Snow White was able to move ahead and defeat the one and only. I believe there's only one and only of every one of these classes. But there is a female, the only female Slayer I know that's in the tournament. So sadly, Mercury is eliminated if they count this match, which they should. And Alpaca, the Alpaca, which they want, everybody in the chat wants to die, is moving on. So good match right there. Oh shit, matches. There's a match starting. Alright, the match is going to be against SSTJ and Snow White, which we just saw on the Ranger. And SSTJ, the People's Champ, but both of these guys have proven that they can do massive damage combos. It's whoever's going to be able to get the initiations, and both of them have really good ways of doing that. Grenade is in, though. Misses with the Windmill Mock, so it doesn't get any damage at all on him. Actually had a shield up as well, so we see a little flame pillar right there. Doesn't actually connect on anything, but the Land Runner actually misses as well, so both of them playing a little bit of keep-away game right now. See the Gravity Squeeze not actually connecting on anything. Teleport. This keep-away game is real right now, man. And the electricity wall, he just stood out of range. He just knew it was coming. 100%. He's just like, yeah, you're not going to hit me with that electric wall. Okay, Death Hawk is in. And right now, he can't... Oh, he actually almost teleported into the Death Hawk and gets a Rising Shot from across the realm. Good hit right there from the Snow White right now. And he's going for the moving shot right there. And actually has not using his can again. I have to notice this every time. So there's Elemental Bomb. uses Wild Shot and is actually getting interrupted. Tries to cancel and throw a grenade. Uses a perfect time the Revenger so he doesn't get capitalized on by the Flame Wheel. And that would have been a definite combo off of that. So good usage of the Revenger. Both of these guys are using these classes at a high level right now. Kind of countering whatever the opponent is doing right there. Right there, using the super armor right there on his launch right there to initiate that combo. Went super armor right through the grenade and initiated that combo. So excellent usage of the launcher by the SSTJ right there. Hitting with a grab combo and hitting massive damage on the Flame Wheel. Almost hits the Flame Wheel, but the Flame Road was doing most of the damage on that last combo. We've seen the Ice Shards coming back in, the Gravity Squeeze, kind of the zone out right now. You never want to get caught in there, so don't even bother trying to step in. The Death Hawk gets thrown in, he's trying to jump over, throwing the Elemental Bomb, and hitting actually with the Death Hawk again. Now it's a moving shot, he's moving on in, and it's getting hit with the Ice Walls again, or the Ice Pillars right there. Okay. And he teleports and gets a launch. Oh, actually, he just jumped out of range. Okay, I thought he actually got a launch off. And that's what I feel like is one of SSTJ's biggest strengths is his launch. He's so good at abusing that super armor, and that launch is so instant that it's something that you've got to be aware of. Oh, nice grenade, but I don't think he has enough time to capitalize. Does he? Using the Wild Shot. Got up. Oh, man, he ate that damage. He actually ate a lot of that Wild Shot damage. It didn't look like it. Good abusive super armor on the launch again. Avoiding the grenade, actually causing a knockdown, which would have been... Oh, another... Oh, no, actually, good trade at least. But did end up getting knocked down, both of them. It could have been a follow-up combo for SSTJ to hit massive damage on Snow White, which he has not gotten a solid... He got one solid combo, but SSTJ... actually doesn't... SSTJ hasn't been able to capitalize too much on combos, but he did right there, and didn't get to follow up because I think he got interrupted by the Land Runner, and I say, no, a massive damage on the Wild Shot. That's going to proc the Revive, which is the first time I believe this has happened in this tournament where somebody proc the Revive, and this is happening right now. He gets a dash attack into another launch, into the Flame Road, and now what's going to be the Gravity Squeeze, and he's setting it up. He's setting it up. He can't escape this. He's going to be taking full damage, basically reset damage, and he's still getting hit with the Flame Wheel, or the Flame Road, and now the Flame Wheel's coming down. Electric Wall actually connects with it, and that kills him! Oh my gosh! What an excellent combo by SSTJ! Basically a reset with the Gravity Squeeze. He knew he could not escape the damage from that, so Snow White was just helpless as he got reset inside of the Gravity Squeeze. By the time he came back out, there was no way he could avoid the Electric Wall and the rest of the damage coming from the Flame Road and all of that. Excellent, excellent damage from SSTJ, and I did not expect that out of that match. That was a very footsies type match, and both of these guys could do a lot of damage to each other, but SSTJ just sadly for Snow White just was able to proc his resurrection, and that was enough to win him another combo in another game right there. So that resurrection is so much more important than people give it credit for. Some people think that, oh, it's just a tiny bit of HP, but that tiny bit of HP is literally one combo's worth of HP, so it is so important. You need to get one more combo than you normally would, because the guy would have been dead. But grenade does connect right now, doesn't actually get a full he does! Okay, that if he would have allowed him to get back up after he hit the stun from the Mach kick, it might have been a better combo, but instead he just takes the damage from the Windmill Mach, which is pretty standard stuff for Ravens and stuff. That combo in itself does a lot of damage. Grenade, he actually teleports out of the grenade and teleports again to try to get behind him, tries to use the launch, actually gets jump attacked, the aerial shot, and doesn't follow up very well on it. Using the Wild Shot now, he used Revenger into Wild Shot, and that critical, or that damage was massive because of the counterattack damage for SSTJ, kind of punishing him for using the Flame Wheel. Now he's trying to hit him with electricity. He went over it by getting behind some chairs over there. He knew that there was no way that SSTJ could hit with it if he ran up there. So good evasive by Snow White and hitting that massive damage, mostly coming... Oh, it doesn't actually hit with the Elemental Bomb. It looked like he would have normally, but... really punishing SSTJ for using that. I don't think it was intentional or anything. He was going to use the Wild Shot anyway, and there it is again, and Wild Shot with the cannon, which I have to mention, now he's got the silver bullets up, and he's got the barbecue, and this might be, guys, the end of SSTJ, at least his life, his first life right now. There's the resurrection procced, so he literally has one combo left in him, or at least a couple other pokes with Death Hawk. I'm going to call it again. Death Hawk might be the one that actually wins it, and the grenade is in. Doesn't actually connect with it, actually getting out of range again. Using the arrow shot, and he did... Woo! Did he just use the gun guard? Did he just use the gun guard and then use the Windmill Mach to win that match right there? Because I think that's what just happened, dude. Excellent, excellent move right there from Snow White. Saw the launch coming and just totally countered it super hard and just went Windmill Mach. He knew that's all he needed for the damage and the win. And that was just another decisive victory from Snow White right there. I mean... I know that SSTJ already has one game on him, so it's tied up, but that was just more decisive of a victory than what we saw last time with SSTJ kind of coming back from that. That was more of him kind of expecting what SSTJ was going to do and countering super hard right there. So really good play again for Snow White. He's using the cannon again. I feel like he's only won most of his matches ups with the cannon, so it makes me wonder why he ever switches back to the revolver if he sees so much success. Like, the speed is not helping him out in the slightest. He wants to try to capitalize on that damage, so I feel like the cannon, you know, if you were going to ask me, Snow White, the cannon's where it's at. But I think he's going to be sticking with the cannon this time around as well. He's turned on the silver bullets, and now he's on the offensive. Throws that grenade, doesn't actually connect with it. Sees the flamethrower, and now SSTJ's in a bad spot. He doesn't have a lot of options when on the y-axis. I think flame wheel is one of the few ones he's got, but he's perfectly placed that right now. And now Snow White's actually trying to get away as any way he can using the aerial shot to try to get out of there. And he knows he's already out of the way of the electric wall right there, the lightning wall. And teleportation, that's going to be SSTJ. One of the best ways to get out of things is to, you know, teleport out of the way. He can actually teleport through stuff, and he actually got hit by that. Oh, you do not want to get hit for 32,000 for no reason right there. There's no possibility of you actually getting connected with that, and you just ran into it. Elemental Bomb actually connects as well, and does not capitalize on the Flame Wheel, though. If he was like expecting that knockdown, he could have totally comboed off of that. Grenade is not a large enough y-axis range to actually get started that combo. You would expect it to be, but it is this time, and he does avoid the launch in return. The retaliation launch gets a slide attack, gets a little kickoff as well, gets a relaunch, and the moving shot is in at the end of it. It's going to be a windmill mock to finish out the combo, and that's about 50%, guys. Good combo again. He's going to avoid the lightning wall again, and now he's going to get hit with the blizzard as well. And he's just staying back, guys, staying back, and he's gonna go in for the good old windmill mock. I feel like it's gonna be it. It's gonna be what's gonna be the rising shot. Oh, he's actually hitting with the barrage again. Oh, hits with a dash attack as well. Windmill does not connect, and there it is again, the punishment with the wild shot. But this time, SSTJ was able to capitalize on the explosion attack of the flame wheel, and now Revenger's used defensively to kind of get out of that standing combo. Now it knocks him out of the air. That was excellent play out of both of these guys, actually. But SSTJ still, even though he won at the end with that trade with the flame wheel, he still took a lot of damage because of the counterattack, because you don't want to eat a full wild shot, just no matter what, especially counterattack damage wild shot. So I don't know, it might seem like a better trade for Snow White actually in terms of damage, but again, I remind you, he still has a life. SSTJ Revive still has a life, so it doesn't really matter what his HP is now. It's only after he revives that's when you have to start worry about actually dying. But we're seeing a bunch of land runners being used. I don't know if he's actually trying to start a combo off land runners, just trying to chip out a little bit of damage. He does have the life lead a little bit, but time is usually not an issue in these matchups so far as we've seen. So oh, I was about to mention that was about to be a launch for sure. Actually, super armors and gets the last hit of the flame wheel again. Tries to get hit with the flame road to combo into it. Doesn't actually connect. That would have been a really nice opportunity for SSTJ. And guys, I gotta remind you guys, this is match point right now. Whoever wins this is gonna be winning the is moving on, and whoever loses this is gonna be out. So this is intense right now. Look at how close it is. We see the Death Hawk being thrown. It actually connects the first time, doesn't connect the second. Can't hit anybody directly below you, and that's why SSTJ is standing right underneath them. Throwing out the barrage, throwing out the blizzard. And the electric wall, and Snow White has dodged that every single time. Good moves by Snow White here. Trying to use the wild shot. This time he doesn't run into it, doesn't try to use the flame wheel or anything, try to contest with it. Now he's using the elemental bomb. Doesn't actually connect with it, but does hit with a random bomb. Windmill mock is not enough to end up that first life. So he really wanted to end up that first life, but he wasn't able to proc it yet. So now he still really is far from dying yet. And this is perfect position for the lightning wall into the flame road and does not actually connect with it. Oh, mock kick does proc the life. So now it is one combo for both of these guys. Whoever initiates the next combo, I promise you will win this game, because these guys are not dropping it. Almost got hit with a grenade after teleporting. Really good protective measures. And using the wild shot isn't enough. It is not. He actually had his shield up, so he didn't take any damage. But that wild shot would have been enough damage. But now it's still... Oh my gosh, is Death Hawk going to win this game? Is Death Hawk going to win this game again? No, he actually evades it and now teleports out of range. He's running, but the moving shot ends it, and SSTJ, the people's champ, everybody's going crazy. No, SSTJ gets hit with the moving shot. You can kind of tell SSTJ was kind of panicking at the end there. He's like, what do I do? What do I gotta do? You gotta teleport out of here. It looked like he might have had it if he capitalized a little bit better off the lightning wall, but he was in a really bad spot. He actually connected with it behind a little lantern, so he could actually combo much harder than just kind of trapping him into that corner. He could have got, like, you know, flame road and all that, but sadly, It does seem like Snow White moves on ahead. SSTJ, the People's Champ, Elemental Bomber, the one that, like, the only guy who ever plays that class, sadly, is eliminated, guys. So, moving on up, Snow White is the finalist of the first 4 people, and now we're going to be going through the next 4 people, and then finally ending it with the finals match.